What has changed in our leadership approach since COVID-19 has started? And as we all know, the pandemic has changed so many facets of our lives. Number one, do you notice before COVID-19, this was not a buzz across the industries, but now it is. Leaders are now expected to equip the heart, the mental wellness, and the emotional well-being, because your employee cannot perform if she's concerned about the family's safety. Can I get a letter M as in mental wellness? If you have been embracing this, have you noticed that? I did not see a lot of mental wellness programs prior to COVID-19. When COVID-19 struck, I've seen almost every company conducting either a strategic program, a webinar, or a campaign for their people. And leaders must take it also as their responsibility. Number two, have you noticed that as leaders, we now communicate more via text? Can I get a letter T if you notice that? Because if you cannot be in the same office, in the same room, you have to do more texting. You have to do more WhatsApp, Viber, Telegram. You have to do more emailing. And there's a problem with text communication. They are prone to miscommunication. It's also harder to do it. And sometimes you're even lazy to do it because you know that talking to someone face-to-face is even easier. That's why sometimes communication has a lot of barriers. You now have less frequent time to mentor or to delegate. And so every moment counts. Finally, number three, what did we notice during the COVID-19? Well, behavioral evaluation has become more challenging. Prior to COVID-19, we would always evaluate people into two types. One, the measure would be statistical. Did they meet their targets? Did they capture the budget? Did they come to work on time? So all of these things are measurable because they're based on numbers. The other aspect of evaluating people is subjective, and that is their behavior. Are they exhibiting leadership skills? Are they exhibiting confidence when they communicate? Are they able to build rapport with their clients? These things, you can only measure them if you are with the person most of the time. But you're not. Even in the hybrid setup, there will be less interaction with the person. If that is the case, is it fair for you to give them a score of 0 out of 5 just because you don't see them all the time? Is it fair for you to measure their behavior based on their statistical performance? Right? Can I get the letter B as in behavior if you've noticed that's kind of hard? Right? And I often notice this. Sometimes we often think that the person is not doing anything. And yet when we dig down further, we realize that the person has a lot of workload to accomplish. Just because you don't see the person does not mean that the person is not fulfilling their duties and also their responsibilities. All of these things have become a challenge, and I'm raising them at the start of our session because I wanted to embrace we are all experiencing similar challenges. The goal is us to step up and how to get through those changes.